Hi, so I'm just going to talk a little bit about holding a lesson or a workshop on Teams. I'm not an expert on this, I'm just finding my way as I go along. So hopefully you've already put in the calendar that you're going to have a lesson, and you've invited the students and sent them a join code or a link via Show My Homework. So I'm just going to go to the calendar here and I'm just going to meet now. Now if I wanted to schedule a new meeting, I can do that by clicking on the new meeting and put the time and the date and whatever. So you're going to do that for your students. But I'm just going to start at a meet now so you can see what the screen looks like. Okay, so meeting with Simon Porter. You can see here the video is turned off. I'm going to turn it on. There's no reason why you should have to give a lesson with the video, but it is nice for them to see your face. And so I'm going to join now. Now I'm the only person in this meeting, so I'm just going to talk about a few of the tools that you've got. Okay, so you should have on your screen this sort of toolbox here. You can turn your video off and on. You can mute, so if you've got somebody hoovering or playing the trumpet in the background, you can mute that. Okay, there are some more actions here. So, you know, if you're a little bit ashamed about your house or something, you can blur the background. Okay, which is quite sort of fun there. I tend to keep that off. Also, if you're meeting with students, I recommend that you record the meeting. So I've not done this before, so I'm going to try recording the meeting, either for students to catch up or, you know, God forbid there was some misbehaviour in the class, you could actually record it. So I'm going to start recording that. Okay. What else have we got there? You've got the end meeting there. I think that's pretty much it. Okay, we've got this meeting chat on the right hand side, so those of you who've done seminars on that before, this is useful. I think the students might get used to, some of the quieter students might prefer to type some questions in that, so I tend to keep that on all the time, and as you're talking to the students you can keep an eye on that chat and see what's there. If you want to know who's in the meeting, show participants, that's here, and at the moment it's just me, but hopefully most of your students are there. And what I'd like you to do obviously is during these workshops that we're having to actually make a note of the students who are there. Okay, so I think the most important thing is sharing things here. So if I click on the share button there, there's a sort of a load of things you can share down here. Now you might have already have some PowerPoints here, but I don't have the PowerPoints I want there. So I'm going to click on Browse, and I'm going to upload a PowerPoint for my computer. So I think you can do this before the lesson starts, but it's very quickly. So if I go to my Year 10 class, I'll just load a PowerPoint there. So we're doing conduction next week. So hopefully it will come up. So we'll try this on Sunday, but the students should be able to see the PowerPoint, and obviously you can go through it in the same way that you would a PowerPoint that you've recorded. Okay, I think if you click the right button to go to the next slide, yeah. Okay, so using the arrows on your key, you can go from slide to slide. So if you want to, you can use these workshops to actually go through a class that you've already sent them, or maybe a class that you're going to give them next week. Okay, so that's sharing a PowerPoint. If you click on that, so if you want to stop sharing, where's the button for stop sharing? So we'll see what I'm going to have to find there. Okay, we'll try something else. Okay, there's a whiteboard here. Let's click on the whiteboard. Now it depends whether you've got a mouse. I found this really difficult to use with the sort of the mouse on a laptop. But there's if you want to talk about, if you want to write some as you're talking, there's a whiteboard option here. Okay, so you can write on this. Watch the same. I can't write very well with my finger, but I think you probably need a mouse for that. Okay, yeah, it's stop presenting. See what it says, stop presenting over there? If you click that, it should go back to just seeing you. Okay, and I think that's it really. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to need. You can share your desktop so you can see what's on the desktop. Okay, so that's what's on my desktop at the moment. So you might have a video you want to show them. So that's my email. Reading The Guardian or whatever. So you can share the desktop. Again, if you want to stop sharing that, you can see down there on the right hand side it says stop sharing, and that will take you back. Okay, I'll have a bit more practice and see if I can find some more things there. When you finish the meetings, obviously you just press hang up and that will stop the meeting.